Well, good morning, guys. Today is a beautiful Friday. I had one extra personal day at work that I had to burn up for the end of the year, so I decided to take it off because tomorrow it is supposed to snow, and I've got this huge pile of ash rounds, and I'd like to get it split up before it snows a ton and gets it all covered and makes it all slick and not very fun to split up. So unfortunately, it did snow last night. We got about an inch of fluff. It all blew off real nice. So today, I'm going to take you along the whole day. And we're just going to split firewood, and I've got several deliveries, allegedly several deliveries to do. You know how that goes. I got one for sure, possibly two other ones. And today's like the day in the life of like a part-time firewood person that's doing it for a full day, I guess. So yeah, it's about 8 o'clock, and I'm going to get the stuff started and let it warm up because I got to move the truck out of the way because I'm going to put this splitter right here, and I got to get the Bobcats started. I'm going to start the Bobcats before the truck because the Bobcats need to warm up. The truck has been plugged in, so we're going to start both Bobcats up, and yeah, that is the deal. The old E20 should be a lot better. This one seems to start and cold a lot better as long as you let the glow plugs warm up there 20 seconds. Like butter. Crank it up a little bit, put her in high idle mode. Let's go start up the old baby dump here. In case you didn't catch it on some of the other videos, this truck, the name is Baby Dump. It's just like the rest of my equipment. It does work, but it's small. Cycle the glow plugs once. Actually, it's been plugged in, it's fine. No problem, no problem. Okay, I'm gonna let you go now while I get the splitter set up, and then we'll split some wood. Splitter moved over there and started. I'm gonna start with that splitter and split my baskets that need to be stacked, and then my loose closed baskets. I'll probably get the ultra out for it. Got the pile of wood here. I'm going to use the excavator and then toss it all in the firewood bucket with the excavator. I could just hand toss it from the pile to the bucket, but because I want to do like this whole pile today, maybe like 9 or 10 ricks, I'm just going to use the excavator just because it's not really much faster, but it's so much easier on my body as far as using that to load the wood into the bucket, or just loading like 2 or 3 logs on a log lift at a time. I like to fill up the bucket and just like split half the basket without stopping. So that's what we're gonna do. So it doesn't take that long, and it's just easy to do. So I got the excavator, might as well use it. So as you can see, I filled that son of a gun up there, and I'm gonna stand there and work and split and stack. So that's what we're doing. All right, guys, so I got 3 full tall baskets cut and, well, just split this morning. It's about 10 o'clock. Not too bad. I got a delivery at 11. It takes about half an hour to get there. I'm gonna load this up in the dump truck, get the dump truck warming up, and hopefully I can get one more basket split before I gotta leave. So let's load this up and I'll show you how. I don't know if you caught that, because when I found the camera after I was done blowing all the snow out of there and dumping the wood in there, the camera had flipped over. So I don't know if you saw it or not, but yeah, just dumped it in there. I got a mix of red oak and white oak in here, going to a customer. I got to stack it up and stuff. And this is for sure. I got 2 deliveries today. I confirmed one at 4 o'clock now, and I'm waiting for another guy to see if he wants it. So yeah, I think I'm going to try and split at least another half basket while the truck's warming up and keep working at it. All right, got another one loaded up here. And I tell you what, like I said in the last video when I cut all this up, for the last several months I've been working up big chunks like 24-inch hickory and oak rounds that are super heavy that I got a quarter, and even when they're quartered they're pretty heavy. It is so nice to work up some of this ash that's like 12 to 14 inches that I can just like slice and dice and spin around, because it's not heavy, it splits nice. It is so much quicker than those big chunks. I know the big chunks produce a lot of wood, but I can really fly with this stuff. I'm getting a lot done in the little amount of time I've worked on it so far. So I'm gonna keep splitting, and I'll see you on the delivery. I'll see you then. All right, guys, got a 1 half basket split there, and it's now 10:28 and time to hit the road. So I'm gonna go make this delivery, and I'll show you when I'm done. All right, goodbye. All right, so I just got that stacked up. It took me 18 minutes to stack a third of a cord because I was hustling, and I charge 20 bucks to stack if I can stack right out of my truck, because it takes me about 15 minutes. And if I'm going to have to wheelbarrow it or bring the MT out and put it in a backyard that way or something, I charge an additional $20 per rig. So I've always offered stacking. I know there's a lot of people that don't, but I feel as if you're going to get a lot more customers if you stack, and it's easy to make money that way. Like 20 bucks for 15 minutes worth of work, to me, it's easy, and you get the customer. And she gave me a $30 tip, so I was surprised by that. But she's like, "Oh, you were so prompt in your response, and you got out here quick." And I'm like, "Yeah, I treat Firewood like a regular business, whereas I feel like a lot of people treat Firewood as like a low commodity, I don't give a damn mentality. You get it when you get it, you know." And that's not how I am, and I feel like that's how I've, you know, been able to command a higher price than a lot of local sellers, because I give a shit, plain and simple. You know, I'm going to deliver good wood, I'm going to be on time, and you're going to get what you pay for. So we're going to get back home and keep splitting. Maybe there'll be a delivery between now and my 4 o'clock delivery. But after stacking that, I'm glad the 4 o'clock delivery is just a dump, because I love dumping goes. I don't mind stacking, but nothing's better than a dumping go. Whatever you want to do, I just do it. So I'll see you at home. Bye. I swung by my local Bobcat dealer, and they had an MT120 inside, which was looking pretty cool. I've heard mixed reviews about those, I'm not sure. And then they have like the mini wheel loaders out there. I would like to rent one of those mini wheel loaders someday and just see how it compares like to the stand-on skid steer and how easy it is to get in and out of. They're just intriguing because they still pick up a lot. They don't tear up the ground like a tractor loader. I don't know. I'm sure it would be expensive. I think next move would be to buy a real skid steer, but keep the MT as well. But those mini loaders, like there's the L35. I was looking at like the L28 because it still doesn't have emissions, but it'll pick up like 1,500 pounds. A lot of cool stuff. All right, back home now. I got the splitter running, filled it up with gas, and we're gonna load up another bucket, finish off that tote that I started before I left. Probably do one more tote after that, and then have some lunch and keep going, and maybe somebody will call for a delivery. So I'm gonna back up the little mini skid here so I can load it with the excavator. Alright guys, so I have got 6 baskets done so far today, split and stacked. I feel pretty good about that, but the day's not over. So I never got the middle of the day delivery. The guy that wanted a cord, he didn't message me back, so whatever. So I'm going to go ahead and load up my 4 o'clock delivery because it's 2:12 now and there's no way I'm going to have time to go do a cord in between now and then. So that guy, if he wants them, he's going to have to wait. So this guy's going to get 2 ricks of walnut here, and I'm going to have to top these off a little bit with some other walnut I have somewhere. But I set all this ash here in a line there. It's not going to stay there, but I'm going to pull out all of this wood here that is ready to go now. And I have still a ton behind my barn and someone there. I got a lot of wood left, but I'm going to pull out all this wood that's ready to go and put the ash behind it, because that ash isn't going to go anywhere for probably a few months at least, I'd say. It seems pretty dry, but I have so much good wood to sell now, there's no sense in trying to push this on somebody. So that is the plan. Right now we're going to dump these 2 totes in the dump truck, and I'll show you a little trick I found by using this thing. I loaded 2 ricks into it about twice, and then I was like, I think this is a better idea, so I'll show you. Alright guys, that will do it for today. It's time for me to leave for my delivery. I got the wood loaded up there, and then I will show you what I've got left of the pile. I split on it a lot, you saw, but you obviously don't want to watch all of that wood get split. So the pile has been decimated. There is probably still 2 baskets at least worth of wood there, and then I have a bunch of cutoffs and stuff over there that I need to get worked up for next year's wood stove, my stuff. Here's the trash that I got out of here. Some of the pieces were a little punky, so I just quartered them and then I'll burn them in the stove. And yeah, then I got 7 full baskets of wood split. 7 full, like not loose stacked, like 7 real bricks here. So like I said earlier, I put all the ash here. That's not ready yet. I got a rick of locust over there. I got 3 of oak here. That's all the oak I've got left for the year. And then I've got, that's ash ready to go. A little half of walnut there, and then like I said, I got a bunch of wood behind the barn there, and then over on the other side of my trailers, I got some seasoned wood ready to go. But that was a full day of work. I wish I would have got more baskets split, but I'm not gonna lie, after number 6 I was pretty bored of splitting wood. But I pushed through, did a 7th, and now it's time to go. So thanks for watching, hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you next time. Bye.